Hello. Um, I guess this isn't me introducing myself. I've made a channel sort of thing with my friend, Alyssa, which is, we met, sorry, we met, through Mika Fan Club, because we're both, like, major Mika fan. If you couldn't tell from, like, the username. Anyway, we thought we're gonna make, like, videos every few weeks, or every week. I was supposed to make one yesterday, but everyone was at home and it makes me feel weird, so I can only do it when no one's home. So I think I might change it to Thursdays. Alyssa wanted me to answer these, like, questions, so I will. The first one is, tell us about your first kiss. Um, I can remember, but like a lot of people say that a kiss doesn't count if it was just on the lips, like when you like just peck. So, but I did that when I was about 12, and it was with a boy behind like some buildings at school. It was really silly. I was only like dating him for like 9 days, and it was like ages ago when I had like my hair like was all blonde. Well, not really blonde, like darker blonde, because it's naturally darker blonde, but it was like tied back, and I had my little pink baseball cap on and my glasses. It was really silly. Yeah, that was like my first kiss with like someone that's not my family, I guess. Like when you go like that, not that I'm not saying that I commit incest or anything, but I mean like, you know what I mean, okay? Anyway, the next one is, what's the most expensive casual item of clothing you've ever bought? I'll just go get it. I didn't buy them either. Like Alyssa has pretty much, she said that she got Converse shoes, but her grand bought them for her. Well, my parents got me these for Christmas a few years ago, and they never really fit me because they're just a little bit too small, which is really weird because I have like super small feet. I put ice in them and they've kind of expanded, so I'm happy and I can't wait to wear them. They cost, I think, 120 because they were like on some, like, they're like the only ones left, and I think they're pretty cool. They're rainbow, so rainbows. I like rainbows. Anyway, the next question is, what was the first job you ever wanted as a kid? First job I ever wanted was, I wanted to be a scientist. I was like 6. I went for a very long time, like a few years. I wanted to be a scientist because I wanted to invent mermaids. I wanted to cut a fish's tail off and then cut a lady's legs off and then sew them together. I was a really weird kid. So that was the first job I ever wanted to be. I wanted to be a scientist to invent mermaids. Tell us about your group of school friends. Well, I went to 2 high schools because, well, I got bullied at the first one, and you can tell why. Well, I didn't look like this then, but anyway, a group of school friends when I was at the second high school, I'll count that one because that was the nicer experience. We were basically, they're like, I'm not trying to be mean to them because they're like one of my friends and they're really cool. Basically we all had pretty much been bullied at one stage in our life, so we're kind of like the outcast little kids, you know, the weird kid that sits in the back of the room and no one talks to. Pretty much that was us, and we just sort of hung out together, and it was pretty cool because I felt comfortable because I usually get really like nervous around people and stuff like that. I always think, oh my gosh, shouldn't I say this, should I say that? But around them I was just like, blah, I was really loud because like I usually am really shy, like to other people I don't know, but if I get really comfortable with you, it takes a long time though, because like it takes a really long time for me, I'll get really loud and, you know, we talked about stupid shit, and yeah, it was pretty cool. Oh, my computer went black. Anyway, it's the next question. What would you name your kids? Oh god, I used to do this all the time when I was little. Like I used to get like obsessed with like some weird name and be like, oh my god, that's the best name ever. When I have a daughter or a son, I'm naming them that, and then I'd change it, and then I like got The Sims and I started using those names, so it was like got bored of them easily. What name have I always liked? I made up a name. I think it is a real name, but I made up the spelling when I was about 10 or 11, maybe younger. I was playing with like baby dolls, and I taped some wings to a doll, and I said it was a fairy and its name was Alora, so it was like, I spelled it A-L-O-R A, but I think it, like, the normal spelling would be Alaura. That would be the normal spelling, but I like the name Alaura, but I'm not saying I would name kids because I'm too young to even have kids anyway. The name I like for a boy is obviously Mika, but like I can't do that because I don't think like if I had kids, like I don't think my partner would be like looking at me like, are you serious? And I'd just be like, yes I am. But anyway, who would you want to do the survey next? Mika, even though he won't do it, but I want him to do it because, yeah, because I'm cool. Yeah, we're just gonna make videos about nothing, so you probably expect my ugly head with my big pink hair in your face. And of course, the lovely Alyssa. And I saw her like, I can't remember, I got a really bad memory, like about a month ago I think, it was in September. And I went and saw her. I flew down from Sydney. Well, I don't really live in Sydney, but I live closer to Sydney than Melbourne. But I flew down to Melbourne and drove all the way back to her house. It's so far away. But it was like one of the best things I've ever done because I've never actually travelled out of state. I've never really travelled anywhere. The furthest I've travelled was, before that, was to Forster, I think it was, and it took like 8 hours or something. It took so long, it took all day because we drove there, and this was ages ago when I was like 13 or something. That's the first I ever travelled, and I don't really like travel. I get sick very easily, and her mom was like giving me all this like stuff to make me not feel sick. And then when she drove me back home after the week I stayed there, she gave me like this medication ship that like was supposed to help with transporting. Oh my god, best thing ever. It was like, because I usually, every time I go somewhere, even if it's like on the bus, like for 20 minutes, because it takes 20 minutes sometimes on my bus because I live a bit further out from like the town, I even get sick on that, and I'm like, oh. But everyone else is like just sitting there on their phone, like got my iPod out, on my iPhone, whatever the fuck they have. And then I'm just sitting there like trying to play with my phone, and I feel really sick because it takes so long, and then it's like the day, and then like everyone has to get off at that stupid stop, and it's like stop, drive, and yeah, I'm blabbing. Anyway, it was really nice. Like we just sat there, basically we did nothing apart from like just fangirl, and we watched Prince, and oh god, he's so gorgeous. Like, oh, like I know he's not like from my time, but oh, we're just sitting there, and it was so funny. We're just like updating our Twitter like 24/7, always tweeting to each other and everything, even though we're in the same house. And her dog's like, before I went there, I was like really scared of big dogs, like not the little ones, like the little mini ones, like cute and shit. It's not that I don't like dogs. I love dogs. I love every animal because they're all cute and shit. But when I was like, when they're 12 or something, I can't remember, I got chased by this huge dog, and it's so stupid, but I got really scared afterwards of like massive dogs. Like I've always been like, everyone gets sort of like uncomfortable around a dog that's like so big, and I'm really short. I'm like 5'1", just barely. Like Alyssa's taller than me, and she's like 14 and I'm 18, so I kind of like suck because I'm not gonna grow anymore. Anyway, and I don't mention heels, because no, just no. Heels do not go with me. I look like a man in drag, and I will always say that. Anyway, no, I look like a man in drag already. Hair flip. Anyway, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, but yeah, the dog was like, her dogs are really big. Like one of them was massive. I swear to God, it was like the biggest dog I've ever seen in my life. And his name was Zani, and it was so cute because it didn't even bark. It just sat there like sniffing at me and made this weird sound like that. It was so weird, like it was so weird. Anyway, it was so cool. And the other dog was like so hyper, like the big one named Zani, it was a boyzoid, I think, and when it walked it was like prancing, like I own this place. And then the other dog named Belle, it's Australian Shepherd, and she was like just like whoa, like get out of my way, it just runs everywhere, and then like ran into the room, and I was like sleeping on the floor like on the mattress, and she just like nudge her head and come through the bedroom door, just like lay on my bed and shit, and then go like annoy Alyssa for like treats and crap. It was so random. And then like when I first saw the dogs, I like screamed a bit because they really scared me, but then afterwards I'm like, yeah, you know, I like dogs. And I have a dog in my backyard. It's my dad's, and I used to be pretty scared of him because like he's not that big. He's like a Shar-Pei cross Staffy, so he's black and stuff, but he didn't really scare me that much. But I just couldn't go in the backyard because I like to get all this like mixed feelings. I know it's so stupid, but now I'm not scared of dogs, so yeah. And I have a cat, and it's not here right now because she's a bitch and she's outside frolicking in the sun, but I want snuggles. Anyway, yeah, my cat's outside, and I really hope that one day if Alyssa gets better, or if her ME improves, you can come up to my place. Like, even her mom can come. I don't care. Her mom's cool. I've never actually, like, most people, I go to people's houses, their mom, like, tries to be cool with you, or their parents try to be cool with you, and they're, like, not cool, they're so dry, and it's like, oh, go away. But her mom, best mom ever, was so cool. It was like, I don't know, it was like, face, no, not really, but you know what I mean. Yeah, it was really cool, and we, like, stayed in our pajamas all day. We had got up at, like, 4 o'clock in the afternoon and had breakfast. We're, like, making, like, muffins and putting Vegemite on them, because we're so Australian. And I saw, like, a koala and on the road, and an echidna, and they have some weird thing that gives people brain tumors. Brain tumors. Anyway, because, like, I don't live in the city, like, at all, really. I just live in a town, like, but where she lives, you have to, like, drive all the way out just to go to the town. I was like, but she lives closer to the town than most people, but, like, she lives, like, kind of in the outback, I guess. Well, kind of. It was, like, pretty. I won't tell you where it is, because in case you want to stalk her, because that's just creepy. And I'll come get you. Anyway, all 5'1" of me, okay? And anyway, yeah. I'm blabbing, but anyway, I wonder if her mum will watch this, see her, like, all happy, because, like I said, she was cool. I swear to God, I didn't even realize how old she was. I thought she was, like, 30-something, and she's like, oh, I'm 40. I'm like, what is this? What cream are you using? Because seriously, like, 10 years off. And then there was, like, this photo, because her mum was taking photos of us. There's this photo, and I looked 8 years old, and I'm like, oh my God, 10 years off already, but that's a bad thing. Because I know I look young, like, you know, I look, well, maybe most 14 or 8-year-olds don't have pink hair, but you know what I mean. I look really little in the face. I got a baby face, and I'm really short, little, so I'm kind of annoying at times. But you know, yeah, you probably expect us talking about bullshit, cause we're cool like that, and make vlogs like this. I think I might make them more. I might get a list to make more too, because like we're cool, and like more than one a week, because we're cool like that. I'll just like talk about bullshit about makeup, you know, and hair stuff, because that's what I always talk about. And I'll put like a little link in case you like if anyone's actually watching this that's not like related to us, more friends or anything. I'll put like links at the bottom thingy, and it will talk about, oh, not talk, oh, it can't talk. We'll have like our Tumblrs and our Twitters, because yeah, you can follow us, because Tumblr's like so cool, we're all hipster and stuff. But yeah, I'm blabbing, and I will end this because I should. Anyway, I'll end this on like Mika, because Mika is so awesome. I used to have this massive wall like across my room, but before I had to like get sort of like kicked out of home. But anyway, I made a new wall, but it's kind of like falling down, but it's still Mika, and he signed my shirt, so if you see the shirt, he signed that shirt, and there's a ticket there, he signed that as well. That's how much a cool fan I am. Also, at least he has more Mika stuff than me. But anyway, yeah, I'll show you what. See, that's all my Mika posters, and the shirt, and it's kind of like falling down. And there's like some deadlifting on the wall that my nan gave me, before my nana, before she died. And shit. So there's my ticket with his signed signature, and there's like the shirt. And it's kind of faded because he was like rushing. He's like hesitating and stuff. Well, I made this really long. I'm sorry. Anyway, my makeup posters. There's like my really sad one. Yeah, I don't even know if I said my name was Emily. Well, it's Emily Rose, but most people just call me Em or Emmy, or I usually get Emily, even if it's weird. Anyway, I'll just end this on Mika. Goodbye. And have fun, and happy Pumpkin Day!